Okay, so it's really sunny out and not supposed to rain too much. So today was the perfect day with all the weather forecasts and the rest of the week. Best time to get the elastomeric reapplied would be today. So in between sessions of doing that, I also kind of took a look around at some of these grapevines. So I'm starting here since this is where I'm standing. I've kind of trimmed things back. I've readjusted where the vines are going, and it's coming along very nicely. This one as well, coming along very nicely. We're improving up this way. We're improving out both of these ways. Came up here, trimmed these back. This had a whole bunch of extra growth on it that was just excess branching that wasn't going to do any good. And so everything's been cut back to where it might bunch grapes next time. And I got to figure out how I'm going to do a trellis or something, but I don't know if I'm doing that this year. Maybe next. Then trim that one up too. This one is holding itself onto the pole. There are no ties. It's holding itself. So then over here, there was nothing to trim on these guys. They're just still kind of growing. They're doing okay. I'm probably actually going to want to end up setting up the second trellis that doesn't have the lengths yet. It's getting close to where it can actually go out on one, so I'll be doing that. The real outdoor progress today was to take care of this. It's kind of hard for me to see in the camera. I'll make sure that you can see what I'm looking at. So this is some kind of last end of the roller on the first session, getting some more stuff over here. So what happened was I slathered it on super thick the last time, and then I had a pretty heavy dew fall that night, and the water from the dew actually runs down when it does that. That was, if you watch the full length unedited last night's lightning video from a couple days ago, you can hear a little tap and I mentioned that that's the dew running down. It comes down all of this into here and then it drips, but it actually drips down here before it goes into there. And you can kind of see that's where it does it. So anyways, yeah, it ran a whole bunch of elastomeric out of the orifices that I had painted it into and dribbled it on down there. So there was one spot that then I think ended up getting got at by foxes, and just the whole chunk was missing. It got pulled out. So this here, I've brushed it all down. I had like a floor brush, a little small rectangular one, and I brushed all the dust and silt down as best I could, and then starting at the top, just kind of worked my way, poured some, swished it up like this, and then worked the excess down the sides, and I kind of did a little thing that kind of got it all coming down thick over first, and then spread around, and then I go back over all the places with the deep cuts and holes on them. I pulled all the tape out, and there was a lot, and there's a lot of places where the blackjack underneath of the watertight paint that was under the tape kind of peeled up a bit. So and there was moisture in places up there under the tape, so it's a good thing I took the tape off because it wasn't draining properly. Anyways, so it's been put all the way down. It should be warm enough and dry enough through this evening that most of this should dry, and I've got enough to put a little application on again, but I'll probably end up having to get another bucket of it because I need to do some on the second floor roof up there. That's got a membrane on it that needs to be reapplied yearly with elastomeric because the foxes get up there and tear holes in it. So yeah, that's kind of where it is. This has all been, you can kind of see some of the fresh paint. It's getting tacky already, and I don't think it's supposed to rain too much, if at all, tonight. That's kind of what I'm hoping on, kind of banking on here. And then with this being done by tomorrow, hopefully it'll have a chance to dry and cure fully, and I may or may not have to reapply some. And then I'm going to pause this and show you the other side. All right, so this side was a lot less worse, but it had a lot more widespread thin cracks, and it's kind of hard to see. But I started at the top, poured down a big old glop. I was overheating, so I poured that and then went inside and chilled out for a bit. Come back out, and it was already starting to get a little tacky on top. I spread it down, worked it all the way, and like I said, I actually still have a little bit of the elastomeric left. I might touch this up too. But what we're looking at here is all of that's been filled in the cracks, and hopefully this side's actually been the worst drip since covering the hole on the other side, realizing what was happening there. The last couple times it's rained, there's been no water ingress on that side, and it has definitely dripped a lot on this side in my bedroom. So we'll see if this takes. Hopefully it does. But anyways, that's all I'm doing outside today. The sun here is, you get wet screen's hard to work with, my fingertips are sweaty. This, you can see how yellow everything is. It's been like this all day. There has been no like noon overhead clearness or anything. It's just smoky sky. It was more golden than this even at sunrise. So the smoke coming from that way, you can see some there is pretty thick as well. And this is the clear spot right there. But yeah, you can see the smoke haze. So sunset tonight's going to be pretty wild. I'll probably catch some of that again. Maybe go into town and get some beer or something before I do that. I don't know. God, get off my foot. So anyways, that's today's progress. I'm not doing anything else. It's really hot. I have sweat a couple of quarts already. Yeah, I mean, otherwise, it's a very beautiful day. Sun's been doing some crazy stuff, I guess, this past week. We had a proton event I wasn't aware of. I mean, I was feeling funky, but I didn't look it up. You can see here. Oh, motherfucker. That's not what I said. Here we go. It's doing that zooming light bar instead of zoom thing. You can see how much light's coming down on the trunk of this elm tree back in the woods. And there's a bunch of these dead emerald ash, and I got to get this box maple down at some point. There's enough trees that can be cleared out. What I'm realizing is if I clear this stuff here, it'll open the sunlight down into here, which makes it way more sunny underneath for the future grape trellises under the, like on the hillside when I get some of that canopy down. But so it's actually, this stuff over here is going to come down to give the sun angle perfect to get down, the directional angle to get in there. But you can see there's, we'll just get closer to it. Fingertips are sweaty. There's a little bit of paint mixed in and the screen doesn't know what to do. But you can see here there's sunlight into the, creating a clearing down here. So all these trees that are down, and there's some other ones that are dead but not completely down. We'll get rid of all of those through here, and that'll give a spot right here where the sun is midday overhead to come straight down into here. And then I do a little bit of clearing up here to give some sunset light down from that angle, and I don't know what I can really clear for the sunrise angle given the woods position, but you can see there's a lot of light coming down on this clearing. It's amazing down here. It's got to be on account of the cat litter as a fertilizer, but some of these plants, when they grow down around here, they get super ultra lush because there's all this ammonia fertilizer. Ammonium nitrate is nothing but fertilizer, and that's what's in the cat pee. So these I don't think are I think they're the wildflowers. I don't think they're the invasive honeysuckle, even though the leaves are kind of similar, but I don't think they are, but I might be wrong. But you can see the leaves almost, it's weird how the coloring is different on them. But then also you got like your poison ivy coming in here, super dark. All of the ivies down here, they are like dark green in this area on account of that. You can see here these grapevines are struggling but surviving. And see, it might actually just be the honeysuckle. Maybe they're mutating. I don't know what that's about. It's getting walnut pollen drippings on it, killing it. And this thing here, that's a honeysuckle at max height. That's actually going to need to come down at some point. But you see how freaking big they get. That's why they make these huge sub canopy that then just blots out the sun and nothing good grows underneath. And you get it all cleared out, you get all this clover and kinds of other stuff. This I don't like either. Do something about this, but I don't know what yet. That sound you just heard. This piece of the eave coming off, having been pushed by a piece of this siding board, and all of that's affecting the steel roof segments, which for some reason are put on backwards here. All right, well, that's all that I got for today. I'll do some sunset videos later, and if I have something else I decide to edit or make together, do with the cats, I suppose that will happen if it does.